What's happening, people? Back with another reaction. We're going to listen to some more acid techno. And indeed, we're going to listen to a tune by what I have described as sort of godfathers of the acid techno scene. Go check out the Mr. Tom Servo review on the Lochi Discogs page. As you'll see there, I was more short and sweet than most of my reviews or descriptions of artists and labels and tunes. There's not too much you need to say other than they are absolute godfathers. They've been producing killer tunes from the earliest days of sort of the London sound right up into the present day. Obviously, there's been some gaps. There were some periods for a few years where they weren't making tunes, but they've come back for tunes multiple times. So shout out to Chris Liberator, shout out to Lawrie Immersion, Lawrence Dunster, I believe is his real name. I know Chris a little bit, in the last few years I've gotten to know him a little bit online. I don't know Immersion personally, but from everything that I've heard from people whose opinions and personalities I really love and enjoy, they have told me that he's just one of the coolest dudes and makes some of the best tunes, and that latter part I can certainly agree with. Immersion Records and his label Rootmaster are some of the most prized and valuable in my collection, but also Lochi. It's just the coming together of two amazing things, and it's just brilliant. I mean, I don't think there's a single Lochi track that I'm not fond of. So we're going to listen to Smitten 2. That's right, this is a very early Smitten. Let's get another look at that awesome sort of, what is it? Snake tail sort of logo that they have. Shout out to Steve Smitten for this label. By the way, there are two versions of a tune by Lawrie by himself on this called Kinky Acid. They're both dope as hell. I was originally thinking I was going to react to one of the Kinky Acids. There's a Purple Om mix and a Purple Microdot mix. I think they're both great. I think the Purple Om one is the one that I played more often. Perhaps it's like, the way it's sequenced or whatever the subtle difference is. I think maybe that one hits my brain a little bit better, but they're both great. But then I realized, you know what, let's listen to one of the older Lochi tunes. So we're going to do this. This is from 1996, Smitten Records, number 2, Lochi, which is Immersion and Chris Liberator. As I said, there's no rush. Is it 33 or 45? Got it right.
There's no rush.
So a little acid riff to start, flash of the sample, and we're already going. Kick, hat. Where's that a symbol? Either way, the percussion sonics came in very quickly. Acid blue collar, like not making a big deal about the intro. Oh, that layer. Vibrant acid. There's the hat. I like that little, like the hat doubles at the end of the bar. Hello, Mr. Clap. It's got sort of, I don't want to say mysterious, but it's definitely a little dark and subterranean. Wait for it. A tone is, almost like a melody, right? I mentioned before, the first few Smittens, there's a couple tracks that are maybe on the edge. It's that hybrid, it's acid techno, but there are aspects that you could maybe lump into sort of like a faster acid trance sort of category. And I do think this release, both Kinky Acid versions, I think have a bit of that, it's on the edge, hybrid acid techno, acid trance. This tune may be a little less so. I think this tune is maybe a little bit more acid techno, like outright, but that melody I really do think adds a layer that gives it sort of an elegance that, again, is more typical to acid trance. So I do think this is a tune that sort of, could maybe work in a set of either acid techno or acid trance. Right there, that's the... Now the melody is even more like mysterious or foreboding. rich acid layer, vibrant acid layer coming back. Little triangle sound. Layer coming in. That in conjunction with the melody and that rich acid, it's like the rich acid, the melody, and that new sort of, that new acid layer. Acid layers, I mean, sometimes I worry I'm like repeating the same things in too many videos, but when you get multiple acid lines that have great sort of sonic quality and then you get them interplaying with each other, Schnootz's brain goes to another level. Listen to it now getting richer and sharper, more accent. Little like quick pull the beat out or pull the kick out, reconfiguration and refire, but again without a lot of fanfare, just a quick like relaunch. It's surprising the first time I heard it. I was like, oh. Interesting, where's this going? Hear that pop? Yo, shout out to Chris and Lawrie for doing the double air horn hit like 15 years before that would become a thing, but yeah. Again, it's just like a creativity and an eccentricity to the structure, to the chronology of the track. Like, it's just telling this like evolving story that compared to, you know, some other tunes where it's just, you know exactly where it's going. And sometimes that's great. Sometimes you do like a tune that is, you know, you get a vibe and you feel where it's going and you're right about that. Other times it is nice though to be just like, I don't know where we're going, but I'm along for the ride. Big build up now though, right? Other ones were a little more workmanlike. This is like, hey, we're about to launch the acid on you again and probably bring back that melody. There's no rush though.
No rush.
I'll show myself out. That acid bit. Tri-pronged rhythmic phrase that I can't stop enjoying. We still have one more like partial breakdown reconfiguration coming. Telling me we have an acid write out? I know we have another like brief, you know, reformulation and relaunch, but I forgot we have an acid write out. What? this part at least, something about the way that acid like section came in. So suddenly I could believe it was on Rootmaster, even if again I think it's very characteristic of the early Smitten sound. But yeah, so we're back for another relaunch and drop. With that melody synth, it sounds less like a Rootmaster track. It's like when that came out, it suddenly gave me those vibes, but with that coming back, it's like, no, it's very much an early Smitten tune. Acid just flying high. About to head into the proper like outro now. But it's still giving you everything. The acid layers, the air horn, the melody. Acid Pella outro, forget about it. Still the energy, still the acid right to the end. Got some echoic acid stabs. Squelchy too. Let's make sure we can hear everything on the way out. So yeah, interesting to fade that. You know, I was expecting it to sort of have a final like sort of flourish or something. But even so, like that was an amazing end. I love that acid Pella sequence at the end. Yeah, like I said, I may have played Kinky Acid more often than this, although, you know, I've used them both in mixes over the years. I know that for sure. But I feel like I probably have used the Purple On mix of Kinky Acid more than any other tune on the record, but still, that's perhaps an indication that, you know, I need to get back on this record and include it in one of my piratical acid techno mixes, which I should mention, I've written this a couple places, but getting a little more organized with the way I do things. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays should be reaction videos. Tuesdays and Thursdays should be mixes that originally come from my SoundCloud. Saturdays should be at least one video mix per week, and then Sundays are going to be my ambient excursions. So look to see this in one of my Saturday video mixes coming very soon. Let me know if you enjoyed that. Let me know if you're a big fan of Lochi like me. As I said, Chris Liberator and Immersion are both just legendary musical figures in my brain. And as I said, you know, I know Chris a little bit personally. He's a brilliant guy, and I have it on good authority that Lawrie's a stand-up guy as well. So shout out to them, shout out to this tune, shout out to the Smitten label, shout out to Steve Smitten for the Smitten label. It's great. And as I said, there's some more in the early days that had a sort of hybrid acid techno, acid trance feel. I'd like to explore some more of those with you. Let me know if you're interested in that. Let me know if you like the acid techno reviews. It is what we're going to be doing quite a bit on Acid Techno Street, even though there is Gabber Lane and other conceptual spaces in this place as well. But yeah, let me know if you enjoyed. Let me know if you have any recommendations or requests. I'd love to hear them. Any comments or other feedback are also welcome. Other than that, have a good day, have a good night. I'll see you next time. Peace.